Ilia Topuria says his older brother Alexandre may be an even better fighter than he is. Alexandre Topuria also fights at featherweight and recently just signed a deal with the UFC. His current professional record is 5-1. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Ilia said, "I'm telling you, he's the next UFC world champion. Maybe he's even better than me. He's a very, very good fighter. Very technical. People will enjoy his fights. Of course, he could do the same path as mine. He has the level. He will decide. I don't think they're going to put him in Abu Dhabi. We asked for him to fight in Paris. They told us that the Paris card was full. Then we tried to put him in the same card, but they told us that they don't have good experience putting two brothers on the same card. So I think they're going to put him after my fight." Belal Muhammad posted a song that was made with AI roasting Kamaru Usman. Belal posted this to X. He wrote, "New album dropping soon."
Kamaru's in the locker room, lacing up his worn-out gloves, thinking about that golden belt and all his dreams of love. He's lost 3 fights in a row, his knees are giving in. Leon dropped him with a headshot, left him wondering when. Belal's up there champing at the bit, ready for a fight. But Kamaru feels the aches and pains deep into the night. He's got the heart of a lion, but his body's just a shell in the octagon of memory. He's caught in his own hell.
Khabib Nurmagomedov reflects on the post-fight brawl at UFC 229 after defeating Conor McGregor. Khabib reveals some comments he made to Dana White right before the fight. On the Inspire Me podcast, Khabib said it was like we just signed the contract, and it was like I prayed to God. Just close the cage and me and him be alone. This is what I really, really wanted at this time, because you never know, someone can get injured, something can happen. You never know. I was preparing for this fight and I was waiting for this moment. I was very happy. I remember when I come inside the cage, when the cage closed, I remember I looked at Dana White and said, "Today you cannot protect him." Dana asked me what? I said, "Today you cannot protect him." He didn't hear me. It's okay, after the fight we'll talk. It was a very emotional time, but at the same time, it was my feeling. I really just wanted to bite someone's heart. Do you ever have that feeling in your life? I just tried to bite his heart. Maybe you can feel this. I am the eagle, and when the eagle is hungry, it's not good. He has to hunt. That's why. When the promotion promotes this fight, they have to expect something. When they know me, when they know all my team, when they know we don't play, we compete, we don't play. You cannot play MMA. You can play soccer, you can play American football, you can play hockey, but you cannot play MMA. You have to fight. This is a fighting game. A lot of people said it was very strange or weird or something like this, but it was my decision. I feel like what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. I just don't think about this. It was so many moments in my life happened for a reason. It was not my plan. This happened, it happened. I just don't think about this. A lot of people remind me about this situation, but my mind is different in other ways. On the Weighing In podcast, Kamaru Usman gives credit to Colby Covington for building up their rivalry in the UFC.
You know, credit to Colby Covington, because I used to hear it all the time where people say, you need a dance partner. You need a great dance partner. And he was that. To where in that fight, in that first fight, to where it was so much tension, to where it challenged me so much to prepare, to train, and to go out there and just, you get it locked into this zone where it's almost addicting. That zone where it's just like, I don't care what happens.
Recently, there were rumors that the UFC is targeting a matchup between Paddy Pimblett and Beneil Dariush. In a recent interview with Submission Radio, Beneil Dariush welcomes the matchup. He went on to say, "I think overall it's an exciting fight. I think you could say jiu-jitsu cancels out, or it could be a lot of striking. Maybe not. Maybe I'm able to take him down, or vice versa. There's so many maybes. I haven't fought in a while, so shoot. There's a lot of questions back there too. So I mean, I definitely think it would be an exciting fight. I think that's a fight the fans would enjoy. As far as how the fight goes, I'm not sure. I've been kind of struggling in the striking in the last couple of fights, but I think power-wise, I think I have an advantage in power. It would really be who has the better timing and who can find the other guy. Paddy has an unorthodox style of striking, and he does lead with his chin up, so it makes for exciting fights. He comes in, he does a lot of damage, or he gets hurt, and then all of a sudden you see he's grappling it. It's a fun fight to watch. I could see myself catching him early or vice versa. It's one of those things where we would just go after it, right? But I really do think experience plays a factor, and I think I'm the guy that just goes in there and just kind of beats him up. I'm what you would say, big brother him. Sean O'Malley says he's going to brutally KO Merab at UFC 306. Sean also spoke on Floyd Mayweather's exhibition boxing match over the weekend. He says that he'd love to box Floyd.
Sean, I know you aren't overlooking Merab, but how do you think you get it done? Realistically.
Left hand, the choppers. I feel like I'm going to either brutally Well, I know I'm gonna hurt him eventually. At one point, I'm gonna hurt him, but then it could turn into a brutal just KO, just an absolute not a good weight cut, not a good camp, and he just gets slept bad, like that jingling, like one of those where it's like 5 or 6 punches to add up, and the last one just puts him into the canvas, snoring, nose crooked, cat screaming. His cat's at home.
And daddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, the first couple of highlights I watched were like round 1 and 3. Floyd was piecing him up, looking good as full twos. Like it was.
Is that fight possible at all?
Me versus Floyd?
Yes.
I would love that. That'd be crazy. Just get him right at the end, put him out, put him in.
Come out there with a Madonna style, punching over the top like this, trying to hit him.
Demetrious Johnson grapples with Jiu-Jitsu champion MiKey Musumeci. Check out the full sparring session on DJ's channel. Links in the description.
Nah, the thing I'm doing more with you is just going.
I love it. I love it.
Testing stuff.
So much better. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're creative.
Yeah.
Very creative.
You're forcing me to be creative.
That's where all the cool things happen.
Yep.
Matt Brown thinks Michael Chandler is going to end up regretting sitting out and waiting this long for Conor McGregor. Chandler's last fight in the UFC was the submission loss to Dustin Poirier back in November of 2022. Matt thinks there is a chance that Conor comes back. However, the chances of him not coming back are much higher. On the Fighter vs. the Writer, Matt said he's gone. I've said it for a long time now. How many years have I been saying it? He's done. I don't discount that there's a chance that he comes back, but the chances of him coming back are way lower than the chances of him not fighting again. He's at like a 20% chance of coming back, I think. He's doing great in staying in the news, doing great keeping his name out there. We'd all love to see him fight still. I'd love to see him fight Chandler. Whoever I'd love to see Conor fight. If he's training properly, staying off the various substances or whatever it is, come in the real Conor. Live your life all you want when you're 45 and you're retired and you're totally out. Enjoy it then. But for now, let's see all the fights. Let's see them. I want to see you fight. Conor McGregor, maybe he'll fight again, maybe he won't. On Chandler, Matt continued, in my view, you only live once, and this is a short window of time in your life that you get to compete at the highest level. I think he's going to look back when he's 50, 60 years old and be like, I missed out on a couple of years there just waiting for a payday. I don't think he's hurting for money anyways, but I waited for this payday, and I could have been out there putting myself on the line. I think Michael Chandler's a competitor. I think he wants to be out there putting it on the line. I think he's going to end up regretting this someday. I've said it a million times. Say he fought 4 times in those 2 years he went 2-2, Conor still fights him. It's not like Chandler's an up-and-comer that's going to be on fight nights or the prelims or something. He would have to lose all of his fights for Conor to say, I'm not fighting you. Maybe even then Conor might fight him. Conor's going to need a tune-up fight coming back. He might see that as a tune-up fight. I don't think he would have lost anything by fighting however many times. I get why he's waiting, I guess. Maybe they're just stringing him along. We don't know what he's hearing. We don't know the voices in his ear, what they're telling him. Hindsight's always 20/20, right? It's easy for us to look back and say you should have fought all this time. But it's like, okay, we know in hindsight you should have fought, but at what point do you put your foot down and say, okay, I'm fighting again? It's clear the wait is for a payday. It's not a legacy thing. It's not for competitive nature. I think Michael Chandler's probably going to look back and say, I should have jumped in there. Maybe he won't. I can't read his mind. I don't know what's going on in his life, but I'm guessing he's probably solid on money. It doesn't really add up to me why you'd want to do that. Gilbert Burns says that he heard Belal Muhammad is fighting Shavkat Rakhmonov in December.
Right now at Division C2 right now, I think Shavkat might be next. I think I heard a little conversation maybe by December. But yeah, we got Shavkat might be the front runner to fight for the title. Then we got Kamaru that they were talking, but I think Kamaru has to do one fight. Let's see how it goes with me and Sean Brady, but I'm ready to take on those big dogs right there. Leon Edwards, Kamaru, Colby. First, I gotta focus on Sean Brady, but I know it's kind of like 2 fights, you know. I gotta beat Sean Brady and maybe one more guy to kind of put myself in the conversation, and that's what I'm planning to do. So, but yeah, Belal get a big. His hands gonna be full now with Shavkat. He's a tough fight. I think he can go either way there. I gotta take a better look. Whenever it gets official, I'm gonna look better, but yeah, that's a tough fight for both guys.
Alexander Volkanovski dropped a new skit with Hasbulla. Volk posted this to his Instagram. He wrote, "At Hasbulla, I want my rematch."
You's up, mate. You's all seen that though, right? Berg in the face, chili in the eye. That literally was burning me. Next time I see him, I'm gonna fix him up. I'm telling you, I'm gonna fix him up. He's actually here.
What? I'm joking. Oh.
Merab Dvalishvili posted footage today of him removing his own stitches that has fans concerned. Merab fights Sean O'Malley for the bantamweight title on September 14th, and he recently suffered a cut above his eye during training. He posted a video getting stitches to his Instagram, and Dana White was furious over it.
The whole world knows about Merab's cut. He posted it. I mean, our guys are so dumb, it's next level unbelievable.
Now, all of a sudden, there's a big target for him.
And why the would you want him to know that? It is next level stupid. Some of these guys are so stupid, it's mind-boggling. It's unbelievable.
So here is the footage of him removing the stitches less than a week after getting them. According to Healthline, you run several risks by removing your own stitches. It reads, in general, removing your own stitches isn't a good idea. When doctors remove stitches, they're looking for signs of infection, proper healing, and wound closure. If you try to remove your stitches at home, your doctor won't be able to conduct their final follow-up. Here's some reactions from the community. Luke Thomas reacted saying, "Seems inadvisable on a number of fronts." This user posted this photo of Dana. Dana when he sees this. "I love Merab, but this dude literally has a rock as a brain. This generation's Tito Ortiz. 0 brain cells. What is wrong with this dude legit? Merab is definitely not the sharpest tool in the shed." Dana's gonna go on another rant again. Bro hasn't learned anything. Dude is still uploading videos about his injuries. Really can't wait for Sugar to starch this bozo and for Dana to make sure he never gets a shot again. Why would you purposely want to piss off your boss and the company you work for? Calling it right now. This fight's getting canceled. And bro just doesn't give a f at this point. What do you guys think of this situation? And how do you think Dana will react? Post your thoughts in the comments. Dustin Poirier is down for the idea of Nate Diaz being his final fight. It started with Michael Chandler posting this on X. He wrote, "KO of the number 5 ranked guy who just went 25 minutes with the number 2 ranked guy in a fight of the night, but I ain't done nothing." Dustin replied, "Shut up. I got wins over the 3, 5, 6, 9, and 12 lightweights." This user replied saying, "Would you be down for Nate Diaz as the last dance partner? Or do you want a top guy for a challenge?" Dustin replied, "I'm down." Michael Chandler reacted on Instagram. He wrote, "Didn't even mention him, just stated an observation. Dude has legit hate for the boy." And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Dom Franco. It's in reference to Ronda Rousey saying that she can't come back to MMA because she's neurologically not fit. It says nobody's asking for Ronda to come back. Stop the BS. The second one's from Mark. It says Ronda can't take criticism without a concussion either. And the final one says Joaquin Buckley. With all due respect, I'ma be disrespectful. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.